Hey guys, Coach Cotto here from Icons Rugby. How's it going? Just hanging out in St. Petersburg in Russia and just thinking back of a conversation I had with an athlete, a little while back, and it really comes around to knowing their worth. And it's really interesting because I see it a lot, and I'm going to speak directly to male athletes here. I'm not 100% certain on if this relates to female athletes so much. I haven't got the experience in that area around this topic, but for male athletes, especially between the ages of 17 and 22, I see this every single time, every single time. And it really comes down to knowing their worth and them not understanding where they sit or how they obtain that. And for me, there's a little thing I want to talk about today, and it's around building your team, your support network, your group of individuals who have your back. And for me, this is extremely important because when you're a youth athlete, especially between those age brackets, you come up with a lot of decisions and kind of, crossroads, mini crossroads everywhere you go. And depending on what choice you make, depending on is if you're going to end up in a good position or bad position. And half the time, it's something as simple as replying to a message or reading into a message or engaging in a conversation or showing up to training 5 minutes earlier every single time. And it comes down to a lot of that, but getting the right support network in your team is super crucial. And, I'm going to firstly dive into the professionals. You need an extremely good physio. Extremely good physio. Most ones that the clubs or schools give you are the cheapest option, which sometimes you'll come across a diamond in the rough who's fantastic. Other times you'll need to source one who's a little bit more advanced. Now, most great physios don't care about the money, so they'll see you at a higher rate and then provide you with a program you can take to someone lesser to actually deliver if you need that extra help outside of the first or second consultancy. If a physio is constantly trying to gauge you for money, then they're probably not the best physio, they're just trying to make an income. Okay, second ones are coaches, and I don't just mean your sports coach, I mean you need a physical coach, strength and conditioning, or a speed coach or someone along the lines. Most great athletes have 3 or 4, depending on your skill set and your ability to, hire these coaches or get access to these coaches. You might only have 1 or 2. So finding a couple who have a diverse skill set so they can cover 2 or 3 angles around your physical development will help you out a lot. And then the third one is really kind of important, and it comes along to what we call kind of like a pathway coach or a directional coach. And it's someone who knows enough about your industry or your chosen sport to really guide you in the right direction. Someone who can help you identify, cancers that are in front of you or obstacles that are in front of you, and also help you, dive through different scenarios that are kind of come up with how you relate to, decisions you're going to make and stuff like that. So they're the probably 3 or 4 really important coaches you need. Now, the support crew is really around, who's behind you emotionally. And that's what I'm going to dive in today about understanding your worth, because understanding your worth isn't a money thing. It's how you're treated and how you're relatable to, And for me, it comes around, if you don't get along with your current squad coach or team coach, that doesn't mean you're in the wrong spot. That just means you have a clash of personalities. Now, you could be in the best team, in the best squad with the best opportunity, but clash with the coach. And that's going to hinder you in some manners, but if you've got the right, emotional team or kind of support crew behind you, they'll be able to teach you how to make the decisions to get around the fact that you and the coach headbutt, okay? And it comes down to a lot of players have that one-on-one relationship with the coach, and they blame the coach for no feedback, or the coach didn't help me with this, or the coach didn't do that for me, or the coach didn't do this for me. Now, I've said this before in a lot of meetings, if you can't do your own feedback and basically gauge where you went wrong, and you think you're the world's best and you're not making it, then you're probably not watching the right videos. You're not seeing what everyone else is seeing. And you could send your video off, or you could send your highlights off to anyone, or have anyone watch your game and go, hey bro, how do you think I get better? But it's really around how you interact with that relationship. Now, just because you speak a lot doesn't mean you're connected. It's the type of conversations, it's where it goes, it's how deep it goes, and it's I guess, the essence of the conversation. Now, a lot of coaches are going to talk to you because they're trying to get something out of you, either a result or something for the team or something like that. It's the way it is. They're not extorting you, but they're trying to get you to a higher place. They're trying to bring you up so that you can do better, because a coach who has, 10, 15, 20 people doing better as a team doing better. But when you're not performing, or you're not kind of connecting, especially in a squad base, it's easier for that coach to kind of just cut you off and drop you out than actually try and help you bring back up, because it's one person v 20. But the thing is, on the other side, you're one of the 20, so you're 1v1. And you don't understand that kind of, that reverse connection of that coach trying to give you one-on-one time because you feel as though you're worth it, but they're trying to give it to another 15 to 20 people, 20, even 30 people at the same time. So you got to understand that. Now, what I'm saying by the emotional connection behind you, so your emotional support, is if you have a couple of individuals, sometimes it can be parents, uncles, aunties, other coaches, best friends who are a little bit older. They always have to be a little bit older so that they can give you more experience and life knowledge. And it comes around, the most important thing is communication and how to read certain messages. Okay, the way the world's working, this youth, they're going to send text messages, and understanding your worth comes from, one, how someone responds to you, and two, how you reply to them, and understanding your intentions. But the biggest thing that comes out of it, and this is what I kind of dived into with this player, was why is he seeking that information? Okay, so this player was out talking to a coach and wanting to get feedback and all this kind of stuff, and he was fishing for information. You could see in the messages, and understanding a little bit about this player's background, he wanted the coach to tell him, you know what, man, you're really good. I love the way you play. I want you back in my team. Here you are. And he didn't get it. And it comes down to him not understanding his worth, because he's actually grown as a player and become extremely better because of the bitterness he has towards this coach, because he's now trying to prove someone wrong, but he's using the wrong fuel. He's trying to chase that recognition instead of understanding that recognition from that person is an emotional connection, not an actual event or, results-based connection. And that's where your emotional support team can come in and guide you and be like, hey man, that coach, is very influential, could do this, could do that, but they don't really have your best interests at heart. They think more of the team, or they're about this. They're not about you making it. So take their advice, see what's said there and see what exactly it's said for, and then find how you can use that information to progress. And coaches are always going to lace conversations with different directions, because they're not going to tell you to go somewhere else. They're not going to tell you to do something that could down the path jeopardize their future. And they don't want to be seen as, they don't want to have you going out and speaking bad about them. So you got to understand that. You have to understand that. And once you kind of get that knowledge and understanding that, hey, this guy isn't going to rubbish me, or he's trying to build back the relationship so I don't rubbish him, then you'll understand, okay, why did he say those words? If he didn't come out right and say, you know what, man, I'm really trying to get you better. I wanted you to improve. I can help you here. I can help you there. And they kind of float in and out of the conversation. Someone a little bit older, or someone in your emotional support network, will be able to pull on that and go, hold on, wait up a second. He didn't tell you he wants you back. He didn't say how excited he is to have you back at training. He just said, it's good that you're back. That's really, really different. Even though to you, the coach said it's good that I'm back. Yeah, it's good that he's back, but he's not excited you're back. And this could be around, you could take it different ways with how people communicate and stuff. But if someone's excited you're back, damn man, I'm excited you're back. If they get the world's best player walk into the team, they're going to go tell them, you know what, I'm really excited you're here, versus, hey bro, good you're back. It don't work like that. You got to understand emotions. You got to understand that. Someone older who's been through a lot more, especially for you 18 to 23-year-olds, they're going to click on this unless, 23, 21, 23 might be able to pick it up because they've already been through this at 18. They understand the ringer. Okay? So What I'm trying to tell you is that you need that support network to be able to emotionally guide you through your decision-making processes around communication to be able to make the right decisions. So guys, if you've got any questions on that, I'd be happy to talk about this further because it's a really important topic. But, that's me, guys. Coach Curto, I'm out. Peace.